Pros and cons. Despite what we might tell ourselves sometimes, us human beings are very rational creatures. All day, every day, we take the countless bits of information that are coming into us through our eyes and ears, all the thousands, if not millions of thoughts that are going on. We're weighing up pros and cons, we're comparing these experiences to past experiences and deciding on outcomes. And telling ourselves otherwise is taking us out of a position of power. Because often we tell ourselves that there was no reason for that decision. And there's always a reason for a decision. We never make a decision without a reason. Now, maybe we can approach that decision in a way that will be more likely to serve us better, but there was a reason. We weighed up pros and cons. But the human brain is very good at finding the cons to some decisions quite easily and being a bit slower to find the pros, or vice versa, depending on what the decision is. But often when we take just a few minutes to actually write down the pros and cons of different decisions, we find that the volume of those things is the opposite to what we initially thought. So if you were to sit down now and write down all the possible cons to working out 3 times a week, your brain would come up with some pretty quickly. It's time out of the week, it's having to wash your workout gear, it's that you get a bit sore, you get out of breath, you get sweaty. You'd come up with them really quick. But you'd probably run out of steam fairly quick as well. For the pros, you'd start off slow, but if I made you sit there and not stop moving your pen for at least 5 minutes, you'd come up with more than you think. You'd come up with the obvious stuff like, I'll lose weight over a number of months, I'll look better next year, etc. But if we kept going, kept our pen moving, we'd go through different things like health and energy, mood, mental health. We'd go into the knock-on effects and the benefits to both us and everyone around us. We talk about how those things benefited our children, our other halves, our career. And we'd probably end up with a list that was considerably bigger than the cons list. It'd be the same if we looked at different food choices. We'd start off slow on the pros, end up with loads of them. We'd start off quick on the cons, run out of steam pretty quickly. So this video is a nudge for you to do the same. I know that most people watching this will just smile and nod and go, yeah, I'm sure he's probably right. But some of you, hopefully, will get a pen and paper out. Write down pros and cons, the various different decisions that you're wanting to be making differently to what you're doing now. Maybe exercising more often, maybe some different food choices, going to bed a bit earlier, drinking more water, whatever it is. Don't let your pen stop moving. If you genuinely run out of ideas, that's fine, but you'll be surprised. You'll end up with far more pros than you expected and less cons than you perhaps first envisaged. And if you keep those in mind going forward, you'll find it easier to make those different decisions.